Today I'm going to be going over level design, viewing the levels I created, making them a little bit better. Here's the game I made for the Buildbox Game Jam. This was a lot of fun to make. There's the character and dead. So you just go over here and then you make your way over here. Level 1. This is level 2. This thing is spinning kind of weird, so I'll need to take a look at that because that's not supposed to do that. Level 3. These are just platforms with a wave node that go back and forth. The whole goal is to get to the finish line. I might make a tube that you have to shoot through. I think I'm gonna try to work on this game for the entire month of May because why not? Just polish it and make the levels longer. Right now the levels are pretty short, but let's get through this. This is like a little wheel, and then if you wanted to, you can go over here and try to bounce off of those. You can also see the following level. You can't make it to the next level because I've set up invisible barricades. This level is pretty straightforward. I think I just didn't want to delete that level because I made it. Really like this level. I don't like how, see here, you can see the white before the ball falls. I don't like that. I just don't know how to change that. And here is this triangle. We'll see this triangle everywhere. I made it in Blender. It will be in the game. Eventually, I'll give that away for free along with the low poly cube and the sphere that I've used. I really like this level. I think I'm probably gonna try to just make a dozen more levels like this. Whoa, look here. You see how it's up in the air? That shouldn't be like that. Let me put on the debug and refresh. Takes a second for the collision editor. Okay, so here we go. It runs super slow, but it looks like they're in the air, and that shouldn't be the case. But that's something I haven't noticed before, and everything's running slow because I have debug on and streaming, and I got there's a lot happening on my computer right now. I do have a progress bar up at the top here. It took me a couple hours to figure out. Everything takes hours to figure out, actually. I'll go back and I'll have to remodify the sides of this because it looks like they're floating in the air and that's not cool. But they move out of the way, they're super light mass so that they just fly everywhere. Again, my computer is being heavily run right now, so that's why things appear slower. Small penguins, confetti explosion. I totally want to change it with my own confetti that I made in Blender. Hopefully next week when I'm back in America. This level, also super cool. You just punch through these levels, you can die. This level is actually difficult, so let me try to focus here. In the game, the colors on the bottom, they look gray. It's one of the reasons why I say always test on a phone, because here everything looks great, but on the phone, it still looks good, plays good, but there's some kind of things that look glitchy for sure. All right, let's go. And, didn't make it. One thing to know about bouncing is the more speed you have, the more you will bounce up actually. So. And there we can see the if collide is slow to act for the character, and that can just be because I have so much going on, or it could be Buildbox, one never knows. I like this level. Fun thing about this game is if you want to, 80% of these levels you can just skip everything and just make it to the end. I'm not going to do that because I actually want to show you the levels. And look at these triangles I put. Like I made that triangle in Blender. You can, if you go too high in the air, you die. I should maybe adjust this level accordingly. But there you go, and then if you hit that black cube, you die, or did you continue? I don't know. Oh, no, that's a game over. See, these levels are about 10 to 15 seconds. It's my opinion that your standard hyper casual game does like 30 seconds to a minute 30. But again, this was just kind of all done really quickly. One of my most favorite levels because it looks very cool. Balls fall, and you just have to just go here, and you are at an angle. So if you just do nothing, you will fall down, and you have to swipe up in that angle. And then these are also a little bit bouncy. They're a little bouncy, so you can move around. Super fun. Oh crap! You can just skip that level and just go straight to the end. You know, when I was making levels, I just had a lot of ideas, and this has been seen so many times in so many different games, but to do it in a way like that is different. Always great when you can take something that has been done a million times over and then just put your own spin on it. I see a lot of games sometimes being made with Buildbox don't even change the color of the platform that was in the template. So little things go a long way. Here, these are all bouncy. I could make a move. I think when I was making this level, I was just trying to get levels done. This is difficult because these are a lot smaller. And there, it looks like I didn't even make it to the, maybe I did, I don't know. Sometimes it's actually difficult to see what's going on in 3D, but I thought I didn't make it to the platform, but clearly I did. Definitely one of my favorite levels. Reminds me of the first time I went on a half pipe. I think I was 8 or 9. Me and my brother, we fell on our ass. This level, I have a lot I want to do to it as well, because if you go too deep into it, you won't be able to see the player. Like, I can't see the player right now. That's not gonna work for me in the long term. Like, and I don't even know where I'm at. Like, oh, I didn't register the game over. And again, here we just skip everything and go straight to the. I love the fact that I skip everything. I did that on purpose because when I'm making levels, I want to be able to feel out the level. But then when I'm testing, I kind of just want to hurry up and finish the level and get to the level I'm testing. Because I have a level selector sequence, all my levels are arranged to go through 1 to 20. If I stop right now, it'll go back to level 1. Oh, this level very similar to, this is level 15. Yeah, this level just makes me want to just go through it. But you gotta watch out. I put in pikes. Everything is moving slow primarily because I am streaming, I am recording, been pushing my machine to the max lately. Let's just jump straight ahead. This is the combination of levels you've seen. I think you can go straight to if you wanted to, but yeah. You know, when you're making levels and you want to make 20 levels and you're on a deadline, it's great to look at the things you've done and try to redo them in a different way. It's almost just like making games and playing games. Take what you've seen and you put your own spin on it. That's what I did with that level. And that's what I'm doing with a lot of these levels. Like this is what, level 17? A lot of these higher up levels, I just redid things that I did before because, you know, there's no wrong answer. You can experiment. I will get rid of the things that I don't like and I will keep the things that I do. And that is part of the process. So let's grab here. Oh, and try to get back up on. They say if you make a game, you are already a master at that game. So that is why I'm able to just do that. I'm so good at this game because I made it. Whoa, hitting the wall should make you. Oh, so that did work. It's very similar to the other ones. You're moving in a 3D world. That's what I love about the dynamic character. Like that. Over here. And see, that angle was also tough to tell, but looks like I hit the platform. And then this is very similar to what we just saw, but these things are moving pretty quickly. Oh. Ow. Definitely need to make this level easier. It's all about, oh, come on. This is actually a lot of skill because while the ball is moving, I'm moving the mouse. You can actually see it, I think, on the screen. And come on, there we go. Game over. And this is the last level. This actually is probably the most difficult level. We'll see how it works. I'm just gonna jump over here, try to bounce on these. Again, you make the level, you're the boss, you know the shortcut. Yeah. Character is probably the most important thing. Here it is. It's dynamic, affects all assets. Friction, bounce at 1. This is super important. Mass at 1, also super important. Collision shape is a sphere. This is a 3D model. I, again, made this bad boy in Blender. Probably took me hours. And that's why I use it. Because something that takes you hours to make, you're gonna use all the time. Touch move, 0.1. I had it at 0.05, if I could be honest with you. I play a lot of games. I play games all the time. You never want like a super high sensitivity, but you never want a low sensitivity. It takes finesse. Here I got the if collide characters, level complete. If collide with checkers, if level complete. Maybe try to label a little bit better. If collide with all, and then here we can see if you hit the level complete, you get a delay and you get the level complete. And then this spawns the confetti, which I got from Smart Penguin, and really didn't do that much to edit it. Here's where it saves levels. This is a node, I believe. It's a, where did I get this? Save levels. This saves the levels every single time. Somebody gave it to me or it was on the forums. But you want this in your game, you want it, you need it. Because Buildbox Games crash. They crash all the time on your iPhone. And then if they crash, you crash on level 18 and you have to restart back at level 1. Nobody likes that. But we got defeat with enemy. The defeat actually removes the character, so you don't see it in the screen. I have a whole tutorial on that. This animation I literally got from another Spawn asset. This is rotate. Why are we rotating? I don't even know why this is here. Like that, I can delete this. This is also supposed to make the player get smaller before getting removed. Not really sure what was going on here. We got the start scene. We have this box. It's my color manager. This is where I manage all my colors. I think there's multiple ways to do it. I like to have it in a single node just so I have a reference point. Hopefully that helps me. This took hours to set up, hours. And it didn't work the way I wanted it to until a lot of trial and error. Let's go in, take a look. When this is created, which is at every start, and maybe that's why there's issues at the bottom. So here we have random generator, if collide. This is the if collide with all assets, sets background, and actually, I don't even know if I need this if collide. To be honest with you, like I can have everything going here. I've debated about changing it, but it takes a lot of time. Once I get something working, I don't touch it unless I need to. But look, set background color here. Then I have a set send orange color and a send blue 2. So there's 2 different color variables that are being sent. And then this allows for the contrast. This one is orange background and orange 2. So these are gotta be orange 2. And there's also a blue. So if there's a level with balls, the balls will be hopefully blue. Color manager here, and we can see I have things that I don't need. I was using a state node. I get confused on when to use a state node, like all the time. State nodes have multiple inputs but then only have one output. My understanding, you just want one output. This is a good tool to use. You can see I was experimenting with it here. Pyramid, let's take a look. Here, the pyramid has received 2. Whatever color it receives is the 2 color. And then if defeated with character, this is the bottom floor. I feel like I should rename this to bottom floor. And that's the gray we see here. I wonder if I can change the opacity, what that would do. You see that gray? That happens so much more on the phone. I'm not exactly sure why. Here again, defeated character receives the color. I have 2 variables, color 1, color 2, and this is color 1. Check out the first level. We have this spawn cube, and all this cube does is spawn. There's a timer node every 2 seconds, plus or minus 1.5 seconds, and then it resets. So all that does is spawn a cube. And now that cube that gets spawned, what's kinematic cube? Let's just go in here and make sure these are not checked because this cube doesn't do anything other than spawn a cube. Okay, so it spawns a kinematic cube. Let me find, here it is, kinematic cube 1. This cube is used everywhere in the game for many things. And here we can see this is where I organized the color. Then I used a state cube. Again, as I mentioned, I don't believe I'm using the state cubes like 100% in the best way possible. I just try them out when I I need a certain response when I have multiple inputs and I want a single output, then I use these. Here we can see it's set to if collide to Y move plus. This is like a empty object that I created that I use to move this cube to the right. Well, actually it looks like it doesn't do anything because it's not connected. This one is if this cube touches something called X move negative, it will go to here, and then move -3 plus or minus 2. If this cube hits an X move positive, go through the state machine and touch the X3, so move +3, this one's up 2. It could be 5, it could be 1, it changes every time it's created. And this is the X rotate, and then goes here, so if the cube touches an object called X rotate, it will rotate 20 degrees. Delete that, rotate object, and rotate object 60. That's level 1, that gives you a good idea of what's going on in level 1. And level 2 is acting strange, so let's select it and start testing. Okay, you see how it's not really moving and it's touching this one, X rotate. The reason it's not moving the way it could be is because made the level, yeah, here we go. So this is just moving too fast. Let's do 30 plus or minus 15. Let's do 35. Yeah, 30. That looks so amazing, and we can actually see that I just made a mistake here. I accidentally do plus or minus 2015. Oops. Okay, that's still kind of fast. Ideally, I would like it to just move, almost be like a cross, but that is not what it does. And again, I'm gonna be working on this game all month, so hopefully I can find a way to do that or not. And then this is the third level. This is a cube called Platform Bounce. Here we can see in Platform Bounce, if collide with wave X, then random rotation 3, and different wave speeds. We can see that they're different, plus or minus. When you go into this world, even though there's a staircase of how to go up, things are moving differently. And if you try to get to, oh crap. If you try to get to the finish like this, you actually won't be able to make it. Maybe you will. I also want to add objects up here or something because there's too much blank space. So that's all the levels of my game 1 through 20, and an inside look into the first 3 levels. I'll be going through all the levels, trying to polish, create levels, do a lot of things with this game for the entire month to make. Not gonna lie, I kinda like making games super quickly and then moving to another game. The games I make is not a full complete game. There's a lot of things I can do to just polish and make the gameplay better, figure out if certain issues are me or Buildbox in terms of why on my phone, if I play the game, the colors on the ground right before you die look kind of glitchy. That's it for now. If you like this video, hit that like button. Until next time, peace.